Mateo. I just handed you the mic that talks to everybody.
All right. Hey, everybody, we got 13 seconds until we're going to launch the 10K. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy Thanksgiving!
And that is what it looks like to have all of your community joining you on Thanksgiving morning as we run or walk to feed the hungry. So I'm going to hand that microphone back to Blake Young, Director of the Food Bank and Family Services, as we watch all of these timed runners heading out. So all of these people are going to be doing their 6 miles, which is what a 10K is, just a little over that, and they're timing it. We will have people behind them who will choose to not go timed, and they'll just kind of do it for fun.
Because, I mean, in a race that's this large, it's really hard to get a pace for the elite runners, and obviously that's why they launched them first, right?
And that's why they go up at the front. So if you want like the serious race on Thanksgiving morning, which some people do,
right,
then they go up at the front. So it's a nice way of being able to kind of service everyone. And we're a week ahead of the California International Marathon. So for a lot of these people, this is the tail end of their training, and it's a really fun way to celebrate a couple of months of getting ready for our local marathon,
yeah,
which will be a lot of fun too.
This is the largest turkey trot in the entire country, and there are a ton of turkey trots around the nation. It was 31 years ago that a couple guys had an idea, hey, let's do a 10K on Thanksgiving, and a lot of folks thought they were crazy, nobody's going to show up. 796 or something runners showed up that year, which actually wasn't a bad turnout for the very first one. Who knew that it would blow up into this?
And isn't it funny that the reason people were naysayers were like, who would want to leave their family on a holiday morning to go do this? And then people realized, lots of people, because it's a lot of family on these holidays.
Like literally.
So sometimes getting out and burning a little bit of energy pays dividends around the table in lots of different ways, if you follow what I'm saying.
It reminds me of the movie Anchorman. He goes, they're yogging. I hear it's wild, remember? Back in the day, it really wasn't a thing, and boy, has it become a thing. For so many people, I mean, there are so many folks that we visit with that can't imagine not starting their Thanksgiving in this way. And your mom comes from Texas every year and has, how many is this for her?
So this is going to be 10, and the backstory on that was my father passed away very unexpectedly a few days before Thanksgiving 10 years ago. And so we needed something to kind of flip the script from my mom. Right. And so she started coming out to spend Thanksgiving with us. And this is her thing. She absolutely loves it. So she hounds me for weeks. Have you signed me up yet? Have you signed me up yet? She loves it. And so
that's great.
Run to Feed the Hungry has become very much a part of the tradition in our family. We remember my father. We get together, get to be a part of all of this. And it's just become a really nice thing. And so for everybody's got a reason for why they're here. Maybe they grew up in Sacramento and they just always done it. If people have left and come back to Sacramento to visit family, it's a great place to go see kids you went to high school with or college with.
Oh, totally.
People love it.
And I know, and it's just become, I mean, like, Thanksgiving's one of the busiest travel seasons of the year, even beating Christmas sometimes. It's a big deal. And for them to share part of their lives, part of their holiday with those in need and the Sacramento region as a whole, those from out of town, is so incredibly special. And Deirdre and I got to be honest too. We drug Deirdre's son and my wife are here. They've become sudden best friends. And yeah, they're just hanging out. They actually got warm in the car for a bit, but they're going to come out and join us here in a little while.
Yeah, and that's become their new tradition as well, and we love that.
Oh, speak of the devil. Show my wife and Deirdre's son right there. They're like, we're not waving. There they are. That's awesome.
And there's our director, Doug. Nice to see Doug out there as well. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Giving us the thumbs up. He's got his whole family out here as well.
Absolutely.
Wow, my son and your wife really look happy.
And my wife seems to love the coat you gave her to wear. It's awesome. Hey, so up next is going to be the 5K. If you thought that was a lot of people, the 5K is way more than that. That makes up the bulk of 31,522 entrants this year's Run to Feed the Hungry.
All right, all of these people are making their way through the course, and they are heading toward Aaron Heft first. Aaron.
Good morning, guys. Yep, standing right here on 41st and Folsom. All of those timed runners, I mean, at this point, they took off 4 minutes and 34 seconds ago. So they should be coming down this street because they usually pace a little over 6-minute miles. So we're between mile 1 and mile 2. By the grace of these beautiful families on 41st, we have heat, but we don't just have lovely heat. We have a turkey mascot a few houses down, but we also have a band, which I'm told is a band of lawyers that is at the end of this block. And if we walk all the way over and we swing the camera around, we have a driveway full of yogis about to start their yoga session. Apparently that's also a tradition. But yeah, 41st and Folsom, those cones right there, you're gonna be seeing not just the 10K runners, you're also going to be seeing the 5K runners. Over 31,000 people will be headed down this street. I'm actually hearing Live Copter 3 overhead. I was in Live Copter 3 last year, and what they traditionally do is chase those first runners. So they're getting closer and closer, which, gosh, I don't want to miss those first runners and then, me toss to someone else and they run right by. But I can hear Live Copter 3 right over the top of us right now. And if you can't see, it is a turkey getting ready for her yoga routine this morning. Doesn't look like she will be cooked this year. But right now we are sitting at 5 minutes and 57 seconds into the race. We are sitting between 1 mile and 2 miles. And yep, we're going to be seeing over 31,000 runners today doing over 6.2 and over 3.1 miles. And those first racers, they should be coming by me any minute. Ah, gosh, what a tease, but we're gonna have to send it to Brian Hickey, who's closer to the finish line. Hey, Brian, what's going on over there?
Hey, good morning, Aaron. That was a nice effort there. They'll be coming by shortly. But I've got Dennis Scott out here this morning. Good morning, Dennis. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Okay.
And you've got your Buffalo Chips running shirt on. What's
Correct.
the Buffalo Chips?
The Buffalo Chips is a running club in Sacramento. It's been around since 1974.
And how many Run to Feed the Hungries have you done?
I've done 28 of them.
Wow. And I see that you're wearing number 2. How did you get number 2?
Well, it's because I'm part of the staff that laid out this course. Rich Hanna and I did the course together, and that's what we have. It's been changed over the years from time to time, but this one finally got away from blocking the hospital.
When you laid this thing out 28 years ago, did you ever dream that this would become the largest Thanksgiving Day run in the country?
No, we didn't. We just knew it was a Thanksgiving Day. It was kind of a fun thing to do, and that was it.
And look what it's become.
Yeah,
and look how many people it's fed.
Right, and that's what's great. The amount of people are fed. It's really do a good cause. Even though I don't have to, but I always pay the entry fee plus a little extra just to donate to the food bank of Sacramento. And I think it's well needed and it's the proper thing to do on Thanksgiving.
All right, Dennis, thank you for all you've done over all the years. Okay. Have a great run today. And we're going to go back to Aaron Heff with the 10K runners coming by.
Yep, we have the motorcycles just passed and the Pacer Smud car just passing. Oh, yep, look at them. Oh my gosh, they are cooking. Look at these runners. Gonna try to get some bib numbers for you, but they're passing at impressive speeds. Woo, keep going. 41:20 and 25:66. First 2 male runners passing us right now on 41st and Folsom, making that turn. That means they are between their first and second mile, and we're seeing more runners come by the second. We'll be right back with Run to Feed the Hungry 2024.